afternoon, Adobe Creative Educators, and welcome back to the Adobe Creative Educator Show. Happy Thursday. If you're just joining us, please post in the chat where you're joining us from and what you teach, whether you're joining us from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. We'd love to get to learn a little bit more about you. Today we have an amazing show for you. So you'll find out our special guest in just a moment here. But before further ado, I'm going to hand it off to my partner in crime, Miss Tanya Abrith.
Hey, everybody. So excited for today's show. I'm actually so excited that I'm not going to wait much longer because we have been waiting for a while for this really special guest. And I'm going to pop him on right now and I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Well, what's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? I go by the name of Christopher Bridges, aka Ludacris, and happy to be here today to share with the world what I've been working on to try and change the world for the better and, just enlighten everyone's spirits. And it's all about love. It's all about inspiration. It's all about enrichment. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we have another special guest joining us too today.
Oh, yeah, we do. But that's a surprise. I'm not sure. I don't think we can't unleash the surprise just yet. We'll let them know a little bit later on for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And Chris, I know we're going to talk about a really exciting new platform today, KidNation. And many know you for your work in music and film, and it's been such an inspiration to many. But you've launched this new platform now, KidNation. And tell us a little bit more about it. You know, what inspired you to start KidNation?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I'm a girl dad. I have 3 girls, and they've changed my world, obviously for the better. And so I'm just trying to make it to where they live in a world that is, I would say, for lack of a better term, better than the world we currently live in. So I started this KidNation because, this is what I wanted. It's like people talk about saying, be the change you want to see in the world. I wish I would have had this when I was a child. So that's part of the reason that I had that. But what it is current songs, it's current music, and it's all enriching content. So it's all music that is positive. It's teaching them certain things, everything dealing from science to drinking water to how to deal with strangers to how to deal with bullying. There's so much that goes along with it, but it is a platform, and a safe platform at that, where kids can go and just have nothing but enriching content, from music to content where they can go back and forth and interact with one another. And, I can kind of show you better than I can tell you. But when you start a world like this and you have hopes for it to be bigger than you could ever imagine, there's no one particular thing that you can say to describe it. But obviously you see my passion when I'm talking about it.
Absolutely. I would love to open it up actually, and maybe you can walk us through some of the content that you have on there. We'd love
Sure.
to show it off to the other educators and parents that are watching.
Of course. So yeah, I mean, this is the launch page. Of course, when you first go on here, you see all the different categories. It's important to let you know that we have different genres of music. I talked earlier about how we engage kids with enriching content. It's created by artists, educators, child development experts, because we believe knowledge is power. And so our core values encompass health, wellness, multicultural inclusivity, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, all of that. So then you can go to what's popular, you can go to the volume, in terms of, you have animation, which we have motion capturing videos as well. So we just want to make sure we have a variety of content. You see stuff like human body, you see all day, you see Christmas stuff, and whatever's going on in the world, we stay current. So we have a mask song coming soon, all about staying safe and, like we said, enriching us.
That's awesome. I am also a mom, and I have to say, like, I was really tired of Baby Shark myself, so this is really refreshing,
Right.
to have another outlet to see videos that could really educate our kids about current events and topics that are going on that make sense to them. So as a fellow mom, I really appreciate this very much.
Sure. I'm glad you get it. Because I think the rest of the world, we're just trying to reach as many children and parents as possible, because this is it's gonna help parents out, especially at a time now where so much homeschooling going on and virtual school is driving everyone crazy, and we know that. So we're just trying to offer something that we feel the world needs right now.
Yeah. And Chris, I love this because this is something that kids can check out at home, whether they're working with their teachers during school time. We're going to share
Exactly.
some examples in a moment, but also for parents too. So yeah, curious how you've been using this with your own kids.
Oh man, they're my tester group for everything. So they're the reason why we have so much great material, and they have their favorites. And it's just one of those things where I have a 5 and a 7-year-old, and they love the content, and they're constantly watching it over and over again, which lets you know the cume and how long kids can stay entertained with it. And of course, we're making more videos and more songs, and all of these are original songs, so songs that you've never heard before.
Awesome. And I know there's a lot of teachers that are tuning in. So again, if you're just joining in, post in the chat, where you're joining us from and what you're teaching. We're excited to see how you're going to use this in your classroom. But I know your team at KidNation just launched a teacher portal.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about that new teacher portal and some of the content that educators can access.
Yeah, I mean, the teacher portal is just like a great resource kind of for educators to download lesson plans, complete with worksheets, discussion questions that relate to the songs, because we know how hard it is, like I was saying earlier, for teachers that are working these days, and they have to put together packages for them. So what we're doing is we have stuff that can just easily integrate to, from the songs into their classrooms, and from emotional wellness songs like Butterflies, which talk about feeling nervous and how to overcome that. And then fun brain breaks like Humpty that gets kids moving. And we know how important it is to get the kids moving right now because they're really stagnant. So when you think about wellness and health and well-being, this is what KidNation is all about. So many different positives that come from it.
Absolutely. I as a teacher, I can appreciate having resources that are easily accessible, interesting, engaging, and also, helping me get ready for tomorrow. And I'd love to be able to walk through the educator landing page, which I think you guys just put live today, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
So let's have a look. I think we have a really special live example of the KidNation song. So I'd love to be able to kind of walk that through, and then we have a very fun activity, which I don't want to give away quite yet. But
Okay.
how does this work for an educator who's joining in?
For an educator that's joining in, you'll have the email, you'll have a name, and once you get in there, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can go through the content and you can figure out what stuff works best for your classroom. As you as a teacher, you know what you may teach, or you know how your students are, and you know what they cater, towards, or what they love the most. And again, it's just one of those things where it's easy to navigate through, and you're gonna find, if you don't know automatically, kind of just through maneuvering through and figuring out the content and looking at some stuff, you'll know what works best for you.
Awesome. And I know we have a special offer for educators who are tuning in as well. So we're giving a free 1-month trial to KidNation. We're really excited to see how everyone's going to use it. And so be sure to sign up for access at kidnation.com/educators. As Chris mentioned, it's super easy. Just put in your email address and name, and we'll get that all to you. But we'd also love to share a sneak peek of some of the content that we have available on KidNation. So we're going to go ahead and share I in Team. So looking forward to seeing everyone's reaction, and we have some special guests that will be joining us in a moment to create a video. So I'm going to go ahead and share that now.
Yay.
Love it. And for those of you who are watching, love to get some initial reactions, like how you would see yourself and using this with students. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to some of the educator portal, the lesson plan that we have created for you and how you can use this. It's ready to go for your classroom, whether that's in person or virtual. So Tanya, I'm gonna hand it off to you and I will go ahead and share my screen of the Educator Experience.
Absolutely. So this is so great because, as we were saying, like, we're so busy now. There's so much going on in our day to day, especially when you might be teaching in a hybrid environment. Maybe you're, you have a lot going on. So what's nice about this is created for you. And when you go in, you have the video, and there's also these great lessons to help you get started. So it has the objective. And Claire, you can just kind of scroll up. You have your intro to kind of get your lesson kicked off. You share the video, and then we have these great activities to get them to really reflect on what they're watching. And one of the activities that I love that we're going to do in just a moment is having the students create a reflection video. So as they're watching, you want them to have an opportunity to process what they've watched and also make their thinking visible. So we're actually going to do that activity right now. And we're going to bring in, can I say it, Chris?
Yes, you can. These are very, very special guests. They have my last name, so that's what makes them even more special. And I'll let you introduce them.
Well, I'm so excited because we have Kai and Cadence who are joining us live as well. And let's bring them on in. Let's
Hooray!
See.
Yay! What beautiful girls those are.
Woo! How's it going, Kai and Cadence?
I'm doing good.
Great. Hey,
So-
where are you guys at right now?
In the library.
Yay, that's a good place to be. All right, Tanya, I'll let you take it.
All right. So Kai and Cadence, we're going to do a really fun activity. So we just watched this great video from your dad's awesome webpage. How cool is that? And we're going to make a video where you're going to get to share a little bit about your thoughts on what you just watched. Does that sound good? Okay, so I'm going to ask you some questions, and all you're going to have to do is just answer them, and I'm going to record it. Sound good?
Uh-huh.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to share my screen.
We watched the video, right?
Yeah.
And now we want to hear what you think about it. So we're
You want
excited.
to hear what you have to think about it. So this is a video called Adobe Spark Video. And this is something that you could even use in school yourself to make videos and share a bit more about things that you're interested in, you know about. So just like the way that your dad makes, videos and films, you can make some yourself also. And we have this really great question, and you're going to share your reflections on the video that we just watched. So what I'd like to know is, first of all, I would like to know, what does being on a team mean? What do you think it means to be on a team?
I think it means to be on a team is to practice a lot, and you have to ask the coach a lot of times, and you really, if he accidentally says no, you practice and practices it, but if he still says no, you just try to go to another one.
Yeah, that's a good answer. What's being on a team to you, Cadence?
Oh, wait, I'm going to add another, and we're going to get Cadence, and I'm going to add more to it in a second. All right, Cadence, I want to hear from you. What does it mean to be on a team mean to you?
It probably means to me to run, on a race, and I want to be on a team with someone.
Yeah, that's good. Or a basketball team or a football team, which is when you have other teammates and you guys prep each other up and you help each other out and you use teamwork to get better results, all of that. So that's a good answer.
I love it. All right. That is a great reflection to start.
Good job.
I want to know, how are you part of a team?
We are part of a team because we're sisters.
Yay, that's the best answer ever. Woo! There's no better answer than that. I love it.
All right. And how has being on a team with your sister been inspiring? How do you help each other?
We help each other. Well, one time Kai helped me when I did something really wrong because that I ran and then I draw on the wall and then Kai helped me wiped it, but it didn't wipe.
Well, here's this. How do you guys help each other when one of you is really sad or one of you is crying and really down?
Today on my break, I got a cut on my foot and a big one. And Cadence helped me get back up, and then he told me what to do to go upstairs.
And get Band-Aid?
No, I didn't get a Band-Aid. I gave her things so she can walk. You mean the little?
Wow. So that's how you help each other out. That's how you're a team. You guys, whenever one person is hurting or down, the other sister helps them up, right?
And Mama, you can see on the camera. If you want to.
Okay. That is awesome. I love your reflections. Thank you so much.
Yes. All right.
I love that. So and I can always go back and edit it, and that's something that you could do too. But when we're ready,
I think it means to be on a team is to practice a lot, and you have to ask the coach a lot of times, and you really, if he accidentally says no, you practice and practice it, but if he still says no, you just try to go to another one. It probably means to me to run on a race, and I want to be on a team with someone. Part of a team because we're sisters. We help each other. Well, one time Kai helped me when I did something really wrong. I ran and then I draw on the wall. Wiped it, but it didn't wipe. Today on my break, I got a cut on my foot and a big one. And Cadence helped me get back up, and then he told me what to do to go upstairs.
Such a great job. Round of applause for Kai and Cadence, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Woo! You guys are the greatest.
We're so honored. Thank you guys. You're such great students. And that was an amazing video to get started.
Great. We have to also thank Mama Bridges, who you can't see on the screen right now, but who orchestrated the entire Atlanta setup that you see going on right now, and is the technical behind the scenes person who dealt with a lot to make this happen, but we brought it to fruition. Yes.
You gotta love remote learning.
Women, all the super women around the world, we love you. We can't wait for you guys to try out KidNation. We definitely have to do it on Adobe and Spark. And this is just amazing. We greatly appreciate it.
I think
someone has a question.
Yes.
One time, my daddy.
Let's not no.
Was on the TV, and he was on like a money show, and he was helping people try to get 100 of everything. And one time I saw his tag on the table, and that it was a ticket, but it was actually his tag to get in the movie shoot.
So I was being on a team. It was like I was using teamwork, right?
Absolutely.
That's a great example.
So many great examples of teamwork. Thank you, Kai and Cadence. We love you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Yay, you can go back to homework now.
Woo!
Homework time. Yay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Chris, again for joining us. We're going to share one last reflection question with teachers who are joining in. So we'd love to see how will you use KidNation in your classroom, and we'd love to know what kind of songs you would like to see. You know, Chris, any plans for how KidNation is going to grow in the future, especially for teachers?
We are continuing to grow. We're going to have more curriculum-based type music. And this is exactly what we want to do. We want the engagement. We want to know what you guys want, because that's the best way to continue to progress the platform. So yes, man, the limit is just limitless possibilities that are on the way. So thank you guys for understanding. And we're just scratching the surface on all of the great music and great videos that we have at KidNation.com. We would love for you guys to sign up and, you know, start your membership so that you can be a part of this huge family and this wonderful family that we take such great care of and that we hold dear to our hearts.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. Do not forget to check out KidNation, and we cannot wait to see what is next. Chris, thank you so much for your time today, and thank you for the work that you're doing to support educators all over the world.
Thank you guys. This has been amazing. Until next time.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining in, and we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.